Homabay, led by your governor, Eruru Kamano Maduong, Kuombiro Kai. Most important of all, I want to thank the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who has sent us a special guest, who is our chief guest, the Speaker of the Senate. We must thank him not only for sending us the special guest, but for his contribution that is made to us. I know many people are asking. Today, we have come to raise funds to complete what we started 3 years ago, the construction of Dr. Odinga Library, Research, Innovation, and ICT Center at Uganda Girls High School. I know many people are wondering why Uganda? Angeji mang'eny wacho to mara ngo Uganda moyiero. O kamano. And I saw Uganda. I went to school at Uganda Girls. Uganda Girls is the first girls' high school that was established in Nyanza, and that was in 1964. I went to Uganda Girls in 1965. That's when I went to Form 1. And I learned in Uganda for 4 years, and I finished Uganda Girls in 1968. I know many of you were not born, but you are welcome now that you are there. One time, I keep on visiting the school. There was a time I went to visit the school, that is in 2019. And that time I'd gone to wish them success, which I usually do every year. I was wishing Form 4 success, and I'd taken them a card. And I was with a group that calls themselves Sons and Daughters of Mama Ida Odinga. Some of that group, they are here today. And when I went there, they asked me, why don't you do something that they'll remember you with? Why don't you do something in this school? I took the challenge. And that's how the concept of building this research center, library research center, came about. I then got down with some of the people, there were many of them, the sons and daughters. I got down, Mondwa Woe, Mondwa Ne, into what can we do? And we came up with a concept of Uganda Girls. We gave this concept to an expert to design. We gave this concept an expert to design and cost for us what it will take. And in our design, Terateramos Nyako, Terateramos, we are okay. And in our design, they came up with a concept of the eye. When you look at your face, you have two eyes. But because the space was kind of squeezed, it made them go side by side as the design was shown there on the screen. It looks like the eyes of a rabbit. Now, it comes in 2 blocks. One block, I wish they could show that again on the screen. Look. It comes in 2 blocks. The block on the right is the library. That library has a capacity of taking 500 people seated. But it has also got a section for those who are visually impaired and those who have got difficulties in hearing, and also has a place where you can hold small meetings and group discussions. That is on the right side of the building. Now, the same right side, there is a section that will accommodate computers, and it has up to 200 computers. So the girls and the learners in this region can have plenty of time to do that, to learn. On the left side, there's an amphitheater. The amphitheater can take up to 1,000 seated. But there's also a recording studio on the left-hand side. I'm sorry that thing cannot come on the screen, you'd have seen. There's also a studio on the left-hand side. So why this big, complex thing? It is because we want our students, we want our people, our children, to get what is called quality education. If you don't have quality facilities, we don't expect them to get the quality education. It becomes very difficult for them to get the quality education. Education is a must for every child born on earth, but especially for every child in Kenya. Every child has a right to receive quality education. I know there are many things, and some people sometimes think that when they grow old and when they die, they leave a lot of money for their children, they inherit a lot of money, wealth, and so forth. But the best inheritance that you can give a child, give them education. Because once it's in their heads, nobody can take it away from that. And that's why I thank you so much for coming here today, because we care about the education of our children. And particularly, we care about the education of the girls, our girls, or you can call it girl child. In our program, we have also mentorship program, which I'd like to be spread everywhere in Kenya. In that mentorship program, we emphasize that girls must be protected against what we call teenage pregnancies and early marriages, and also violence against women. So there are so many things that we want our children to learn. Now, learning is not just about books. Learning contains many things. I talked of the library on the right-hand side. Done. What we are collecting for is that we want to complete it. We want it to be complete. Institution that we have in this region. And the learning institution includes places like Rongo University, Tom Mboya University, teacher colleges, medical training schools, and many others, because it will contain what is required in the modern time. Now, there's also something that I'd like to talk about. What happened to me when I left Uganda Girls? When I was there, I thought that was the best that had happened to me. And all of us thought the same. We didn't know there are some places with better facilities and better quality of education until I went to a school called the Highland School in Eldoret. The Highland School is today called Moi Girls High School, Eldoret. When I started initiating this work at Uganda, the principal of Moi Girls Eldoret reminded me that, remember, you also went to Moi Girls Eldoret. I'm assuring her today, maybe she'll get to know that once we finish Uganda, next year we are heading to Moi Girls Eldoret, so that we can also do something for that school. Now, those are not the only schools I'm supporting. I'm supporting many schools. If I'm not supporting any school in your region, in Nyanza, know there's something wrong with you people there. Because I'm doing this just out of love for education. There is the school we call Bishop Simon Onyango in Migori County. It was formerly it was called Oruba Girls. We were there last month. I'm also supporting a school in Siaya known as Dr. Odinga Girls High School, Asango. It is in what do you call that? Ugonja. There's also Dr. Odinga Girls in Kibos in Kisumu County. So there's Homabay, there is Migori, there is Siaya, there is Homabay, Migori, Siaya, Kisumu. But there are many other small ones. So with this, we think that I'd like to urge everybody. I know as we are here, there's nobody who never went to school. You all went to school. And I'd like to urge everybody. Ni kama ni so meno. Kama ni so meno. Dogili mie. Kata ni so muna kune standard 1. Dogili mie to school mana so me for mwani. Tinde chal nade. Kata standard 1. I'm going to the school I went to in standard 1 next month. Just go and see what you can do. Paying back does not cost much. Paying back means you care. And we care about the education of our children. Aparo, nika uono, amora inya, nikech no kange ni chieng moro nwa chunka a. Nwa res pesa mang'eny kama mondo alos Uganda. To setimore. Agoni everybody mobiro kar kaniero kamano maduong'. Kenda mor kata gi teko ma sirikal osemiya kokalo kuom ministry mar education. Kawuono wan gi chief guest. And our chief guest iluongo ni Speaker my National Assembly. Now, among my sons, he's also my son. Speaker of the Senate. Some years back, I was a mother of many sons and a mother of many daughters. Maybe before I do that, there are some groups that I would like to invite here so that you can see who they are. Let me start with the alumni of Uganda Girls. I know they are there. Please just come quickly. Come quickly, so that I can introduce you. Kuparo na kana manasoma Uganda. No kan kenda. Yuka uno kusoma Uganda karusomo kune. Because Uganda is the school. Now, Magibana Martin, Mobiro. Uneno nyirigi hapa uchungu kama.